So now the question is, what's next as the Johnson & Johnson vaccine remains on pause until further notice and as we learn about even more cases. Joining us live now with more is Dr. Jason Littleton. Dr. J, good morning. It's always good to see you.
How are you doing, Danielle? I'm doing great.
Let's talk a little bit about this pause because really, is it to give researchers more time to study certain groups? Because remember, the last time you and I talked, it was 6 women, right? Well, now we also have a man.
Right. Yeah, it is to give researchers more time to actually retrospectively look into this and see if there is a correlation. As I've been thinking about this more and more, had this not happened in a short amount of time, had it been spread out, over months, we might not be pausing. And I think because it's happened over a short amount of time and it's a very rare clotting disorder along with low platelet levels, what we call thrombocytopenia, that is the cause for pause. And people are concerned about being that 1 in a million. And I know that seems very rare, but when we think about even like playing the lottery, for example, that's 1 in 300 million, yet people still win. So people are, they're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? This is relatively new. Let's look through this.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about that because you mentioned something interesting. You said all of this happened in a short period of time. Could there, Dr. J, be something wrong with maybe a particular batch of the vaccine?
That's possible, and we've heard, reports about that through the various, vaccine manufacturing process for the different types of vaccines. But I think here, these people were in different areas of the country, and yet they had this central venous thrombosis within a 2-week span, again, which is a very rare clotting disorder. It's not the normal clotting disorder in terms of having a DVT in your leg or a pulmonary embolism in your chest. So I think because of the rarity in the short amount of time and that we saw this cluster, that's why people are taken back and like, let's investigate this, let's take time, let's not rush to a decision.
And so what a lot of people are concerned about now is that this J&J pause actually might set back vaccination efforts. What's your take on that?
To a degree, I think it will, because a couple reasons for that. One, again, it increases the vaccine hesitancy. Now people are wondering, am I that 1 in a million? Could this happen? Are other findings going to come out later as we go through this journey? And the other thing is just because of the shortage, you have certain sites that, they were ready to go with the J&J vaccine, ready to administer it. And now they have to pause and we have to get more reserves of Moderna and Pfizer. And another thing is in communities where they may not have been able to stock the Pfizer or the Moderna because of the low refrigeration situation, the J&J was very, handy and readily available. And now we have to pause, and now we have to wait for more vaccines, mainly the Pfizer and the Moderna, that come in and to replace that in the meantime.
Which is why a lot of people wanted J&J because it was 1 dose, you could store it easily, and now that is on pause. Dr. Jason Littleton, we will talk again. There's certainly a lot more to get to as this story continues. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.